Imagine this. You're rushing through your day, answering emails, stressing over deadlines, replaying awkward moments from the past, and worrying about the future. No matter what you do, there's this constant noise in your mind that never stops. Then one night, exhausted and frustrated, you pause and ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Why can't I just be happy? Sound familiar? If you've ever felt like life is slipping through your fingers because your mind is always racing, you're not alone. But what if I told you that the secret to true happiness and freedom isn't in the past or the future, but in the now? This is exactly what Eckhart Tolle discovered. He wasn't always a bestseller spiritual teacher. He battled crippling depression and anxiety for years, but one life-changing realization shattered his old reality. He was not his thoughts. This breakthrough led him to write The Power of Now, a book that has transformed millions of lives by teaching one simple truth: peace, joy, and freedom exist only in the present moment. In this video, we're diving into the key lessons from The Power of Now and how they can help you break free from the mind's endless chatter and finally experience true inner peace. Let's get started. Lesson 1. You are not your thoughts. Have you ever had a thought so negative, so overwhelming, that it felt like it completely took over your mind? Maybe it was a fear of failure, a painful memory, or self-doubt creeping in, making you believe that you are your thoughts. But here's the truth: you are not your thoughts. Eckhart Tolle uses a simple yet powerful analogy. Imagine your thoughts as clouds drifting across the sky. Some are light and fluffy, others dark and heavy, but no matter how many pass by, the sky remains unchanged. You are the sky, vast, open, and unshaken. The thoughts, they're just passing visitors. But what do most of us do? We identify with our thoughts, attaching to them as if they define who we are. When an anxious thought appears, we say, I am anxious. When a self-critical thought arises, we say, I'm not good enough. But what if instead we simply observe these thoughts as they come and go? What if we just notice them without reacting? The moment you realize that thoughts are just fleeting mental activity, they begin to lose their grip on you. This is the essence of mindfulness, becoming the observer rather than the participant. The next time a thought enters your mind, instead of reacting, try stepping back and watching it like a cloud in the sky. Ask yourself, is this thought actually true, or is it just passing through? When you practice this, you'll find something incredible happens. The mental noise starts to quiet, and you experience a deep sense of peace. You are no longer trapped by the endless cycle of overthinking. You become present. You become free. Lesson 2. The past and future are illusions. Think about how much time we spend dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. We replay embarrassing moments, hold on to regrets, and obsess over what we should have done differently. Or we stress about tomorrow, fearing the unknown, planning endlessly to avoid uncertainty. But here's the shocking truth: the past and future don't actually exist. As Eckhart Tolle puts it, nothing ever happened in the past, it happened in the now. Everything you've ever experienced, every single moment of your life, has always happened in the present moment. The past is just a memory stored in your mind, and the future is nothing more than a projection of what might happen. But neither are real. Yet we allow these illusions to consume us, robbing us of the only thing that's truly real, the now. When you constantly live in the past, you suffer from regret. When you live in the future, you suffer from anxiety. But when you live in the present, you live. So here's a challenge. Right now, pause for a moment, take a deep breath, feel the air in your lungs, listen to the sounds around you, notice the sensation of your body in this exact moment. This is reality. This is where peace exists. The more you train yourself to stay in the now, the more joy and freedom you will experience. Are you ready to step out of the illusion and embrace the present? It all starts now. Lesson 3, pain comes from resistance to the present. Imagine this. You're stuck in traffic, running late for an important meeting. Your hands grip the steering wheel, frustration rising as you watch the minutes tick by. Thoughts flood your mind. Why is this happening? Why didn't I leave earlier? This is so unfair. Your heart pounds, stress builds, and suddenly, what should have been just a delay turns into overwhelming suffering. Now, let's pause. What's really causing the suffering? Is it the traffic itself? Or is it your resistance to the traffic? Eckhart Tolle explains that pain doesn't come from external events. It comes from our refusal to accept them as they are. Life is constantly unfolding, and when we fight against reality, we create unnecessary suffering. Resistance sounds like, this shouldn't be happening. I don't want this. But the truth is, reality doesn't care what we want. It just is. The key to inner peace? Acceptance. This doesn't mean you have to love every situation, but it does mean surrendering to the present moment rather than resisting it. Let's go back to the traffic example. What if, instead of getting angry, you took a deep breath and simply accepted the situation? You can't change the traffic, so why let it ruin your peace? Maybe this is an opportunity to listen to a podcast, reflect, or simply be present with yourself. When you stop resisting, the suffering disappears. Acceptance is the gateway to peace. The more you embrace the present, no matter what it brings, the more freedom you'll feel. Lesson 4, how to live in the now, practical tips. So how do you actually put this into practice? How do you escape the constant pull of the past and future and fully live in the now? Here are 3 simple but powerful techniques that can transform your daily life. Step 1, focus on your breath. Your breath is always in the present. It can't exist in the past or future. Anytime you feel overwhelmed, pause and take a slow, deep breath. Feel the air entering your lungs, filling your body, then slowly releasing. This instantly grounds you in the now, pulling you out of racing thoughts. Step 2, observe small details around you. Right now, look around. Notice the way the light falls on the walls, the subtle sounds in the background, the texture of the fabric on your clothes. When you truly observe your surroundings, you shift your attention to the present moment, breaking free from mental distractions. Step 3, ask yourself, am I okay right now? When anxiety kicks in, ask yourself, am I safe in this exact moment? Is there an immediate threat right now? Almost always the answer will be yes, I'm okay. This question snaps you back to reality and reminds you that most of your worries exist only in your mind, not in the present. The more you practice these techniques, the easier it becomes to live in the now. Peace, joy, and clarity are not things you have to chase. They're already here, waiting for you in this very moment. So here's the truth. The present moment is the only place where life happens. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but right now. The question is, are you ready to embrace it? Thanks for watching.